Welcome to Cooking with Tea Karts. Today we have my sister Addy, and she's going to walk us through a few of her favourite recipes to do with cooking with tea. So Addy, take us away.
Thank you. Well, firstly we're going to start with a chai tea syrup, and it's basically a sugar syrup that's going to be infused with chai, and you start off with equal parts of sugar and water, about 2 teaspoons of vanilla, and 2 healthy tablespoons of chunky chai. Thank you. So sprinkle in there, and then head over to the stove. So start off, you just put it over a medium heat until the sugar dissolves. You give it a very gentle swirl just to stop it from sticking from the bottom or to the bottom. And at this stage you just watch it slowly bubble until it turns a nice brown colour and thickens slightly. While the chai is on the stove, we're going to make a green with envy iced tea. And for this we're going to add a large amount of mint, so it's a nice refreshing summer drink. Now that we're coming into the warmer weather, this will be really, really nice to have. A good amount of lime and some cucumber. Alrighty, and then you add the green tea. So I'm going to pass over to Katja to talk about how you infuse that.
So today we're using for our iced tea green with envy. So that's our peach, pineapple and mango blend. And so what we're going to do is we're just going to add about 2 tablespoons straight into our cup. Pour it in. And then add our water. So we've boiled this water and then we've let it come back down to about 75 degrees so we don't burn that green tea. So we'll fill our entire cup up. And we will leave it to infuse for 3 to 5 minutes.
Alright, so now this has been on a medium to low heat for about 5 minutes. As we can see, it's starting to do a little bubbling. You can really start to smell the chai. If we leave it for another 5 minutes, maybe a little less, it'll be just about ready to come off the heat.
Now we've let the tea steep for about 3 minutes and our leaves have opened up to nice full leaf blossoms and dropped to the bottom of our cup. So now we're just going to pour that straight over the top.
Alrighty, and then just to finish, we add a little bit more ice, give it a good stir. Make sure that all those flavours in there all mix together. And then you've got a beautiful, refreshing green tea punch. As you can see now, the bubbles are going quite crazy. So what we're going to do, we're now going to remove the syrup from the heat. And we're going to leave it there to cool down because you need to be very cautious when working with sugar as it can cause quite nasty burns. And as it's cooling down, it's going to thicken a little bit more. It's going to become quite a nice, gentle syrup, and it's going to infuse the chai even more, and then you're going to have your beautiful chai syrup. Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do some tea smoking. We're going to smoke a bit of duck. So this duck's been sitting overnight in a nice combination of tomato puree and hoisin sauce. You add your smoke chips, so we've got iron bark, and you give it a good layer all the way around. Beautiful, and that's going to give the duck that really nice wood smoked tasting. Next we're going to add Tea Karts Smoky Caravan. Now Smoky Caravan already has the textures of smoke, and that being a black tea, it's going to create or infuse that wood chip even more. It's going to be absolutely beautiful. So good lathering in there. You're going to light it up underneath. Once it starts to get a good smoking, then add your duck on top and cook for about 10 or 20 minutes. Alright, next we're going to move on to a party favourite of cupcakes. Now I've made these cupcakes earlier today, however we're going to make a lavender buttercream. So buttercream is made from 185 grams of soft butter combined with 2 1/4 cups of icing sugar, blended together. If it's not mixing well, just add a tablespoon of milk until it's nice and fluffy and blended. And after that, just get a tablespoon of butter and a good handful of lavender tea. And what you want to do is you want to infuse the lavender into the melted butter. So I've had this sit for about 15 minutes and you can really smell the lavender in the butter. So we're just going to do a couple of tablespoons and then mix. And continue doing that until you've got a great consistency and you flavour your buttercream to taste. Now lavender can quite often be quite an overwhelming flavour, so you can add as much or as little as you like. Okay, so we've popped our buttercream into a piping bag. So nice, good lather buttercream. This quantity will do about 9 cupcakes, depending on how much or how little buttercream you put on each. And just to finish, to your discretion, a very light sprinkling of lavender. Okay, so our duck's been smoking for about 45 minutes now. It'll be all ready to go. It smells really delicious. And the easiest way to serve up this is just on a really nice fresh bed of greens. Because there's so much flavour in the duck, you don't need to add too much to it. Rest it on there. There we go. Smoky Caravan smoked duck.
Thank you everyone for joining us. This has been Cooking with Tea Karts Loose Leaf Tea. Thank you Addy for coming along to our kitchen and showing us a thing or two. Merry Christmas and happy cooking. Remember, where there is tea, there is time.